My dear friends, welcome to my channel. Myself Gauru Bharat Kumar, working as assistant professor in the department of CSC. Today we will discuss about the constraint satisfaction problem definition, and we will cover some examples also. So far we are discussing about why we are moving to the constraint satisfaction problem. What are the disadvantages of uninformed search and informed search? Okay, so coming to the formal definition of constraint satisfaction problem. So here the constraint satisfaction problem is depending on three components. That's why it is the collection of set of variables. Here we will consider the variables as v1, v2, v3 like that, and so on up to n variables, and set of constraints. Here we will consider the constraints as c1, c2, c3 and so on cm. So here our aim is to fill each and every variable is associated with the suitable domain values. Here we will consider the domain values as d1, d2, d3 and so on dn. Suppose here I will consider one example. We will consider the programming language, C programming language. Here int I is equal to 10. So it is perfectly right, because here we will we will declare the integer data type. Here we will consider the variable name as I. So here we will assign the variable value as 10. So here 10 is the integer data type. That's why the constraint is satisfied. Here also same, each and every variable is now our aim is each and every variable is replaced by the suitable domain values. So this is the collection of three components: variables, domains, constraints. Here what is the meaning of constraint? Constraint means this is also called as the limitation or some terms and conditions like that. Actually in terms of constraint satisfaction problem, the constraint means it is the pair of scope and relation. What is the meaning of scope? Scope is a set of variables that participate in the constraints. That means set of variables like that. Okay, here the relation means what the relation maintains, how we will relate the variables like that. Now we will explain with the example, no problem. Okay, so here we will consider the example. So here we will consider the constraints as we will consider the constraint as v1 comma v2 pair. So please observe the here constraint ci is equal to scope. Here the scope is v1 comma v2. Here the relation is, here we will not consider v1 is equal to v2. So please observe here the relation is maintains v1 not equal to v2. So here the variables are available, variables are v1 and v2. The domains are replaced by either 1, 2, 4. Now we will replace that pair. Here the pair means v1 comma v2 pair. Now our aim is what are the possibilities for filling that pair v1 comma v2. Here our constraint is v1 not equal to v2. So please observe the solution. Here the possibilities are, suppose I will consider the v1 as 1. So definitely we can't consider the v2 as 1, because here the constraint is v1 not equal to v2. That's why we are not consider that 1 is not for the v2. That's why we will go for either 2 or 4. That's why in the first combination I will consider the 1 comma 2. Please observe the second combination. Here I will consider the v1 as 1. That's why definitely we will consider another value, that is either 2 or 4. Already the 2 is covered, that's why I will move to the 4. Okay, coming to the third combination, here I will consider the v1 as 2. That's why definitely we will go for the v2 as either 1 or 4. Here I will consider the 4. So here definitely some other combinations, some other possibilities are also available. This is the definition of constraint satisfaction problem. Okay, so mainly the constraint satisfaction problem is depending on three components. One is variables, another one is domains, finally constraints. This is the definition of constraint satisfaction problem. Thank you very much.